I'm just so happy my father had a chance to see his kids before he passed. I just want to say thank you.
When her father fell ill, the American Red Cross was able to help get Veronica's brother home from the Navy to speak to his father one last time. It's thanks to your donations that we can connect military families when they need it most. Please donate today at redcross.org.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here. But then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.
most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Well, hello, my fellow Americans. It is I, your lovable host, L. Rod, coming to you live from an undisclosed location this evening. Not in the Bunker Eyes home studio, an undisclosed location. Somewhere within these United States of America. Well, you know, it's not in New Hampshire, so their state motto here is not live free or die, but it's still live free or die back in my home state of New Hampshire. I did check again today just to make sure. It is Monday, July the 20th in the year of our Lord 2015, as we begin a brand new week here on the Rod Eccles Show. You know, I had an interesting weekend and an interesting day today. I got to tell you, I was doing some yard work today, and my arm is killing me. Well, holding up a gas, weed whacker trimmer, those things are not exactly light, but it seems like I dislocated my elbow or something. So I'm in a little bit of height, as it were. I've been, doing the good old icy hot rub all around the elbow and stuff, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. I don't like taking drugs, so I'm not going to be taking any Advil or ibuprofen or anything like that unless I absolutely have to. So if you hear me grimace a little bit, it is because I'm trying to move the arm, and it is a little bit sore at the moment, and I'm sure it'll heal up in a couple of days and be just fine. But we had a very interesting weekend. At least I did. And this weekend, I got to... I know, folks, there's all the stuff out there about Donald Trump. And I do believe there was somebody trying, a couple of people. You guys are beating me to the punch here. Look, they were trying to call the program before the show even got started. I don't answer the calls before the show starts because there's too much that I have to do, and I can't entertain people. So if you're out there calling, and you do want to call back in, now is the time to do so. The number is toll-free, still 603-835-3224, 603-835-3224. Look, I know that there's a lot of people want to talk about and hear what I have to say about the Cuba thing, and Cuba is opening their embassy here, first time in 50-plus years. We're opening there in Cuba, first time in 50-plus years. There's a Donald Trump flap. Still, I got some interesting takes on the Donald Trump flap for you today, plus a bunch of other stuff. So, the paper pile is piled high today. So hang in there, and we will try to get through as much as we possibly can today. As usual, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get through everything because we never do. But we'll try to get through and bust through as much as possible. Over the weekend, I was in Keene, New Hampshire, on Sunday at the Cheshire County Republicans event, picnic they had. And it was an interesting event. There were a couple of, more than a couple, but there were a bunch of people there representing some of the candidates. And it was kind of interesting to see all the different, a number of different candidates represented there. And how these people are early on, very early on, they've picked their person that they wanted, that they would like to see, they're fully behind. I think there was a Carly Fiorina aide there, and I'm just going to say aide because they work for the campaign. They might be a campaign lead or a campaign chair for New Hampshire or the county or what have you. So I'm just going to say aide, campaign aide, because they were all different. They had different roles or different titles, what have you. But there was a Carly Fiorina aide there. There was of course a Ted Cruz and a Rand Paul aides were there. I think there was a Chris Christie aide was there. There was no Trump, although there was somebody in the audience who was quite adamant that that they were going to support Trump. They liked them, but they weren't part of his campaign. And there were a few others. I just cannot remember Dr. Carson had an aide there. In fact, he was actually giving out prizes that had Dr. Carson's name on it, like a book, a couple of books. In all, these people, the aides, they talk for about 5 minutes each about their candidate, what they believe their candidate stood for, and why that particular candidate was probably the best possible choice for the GOP. I don't think there was anybody that was there. I think there was somebody there for Scott Walker. In any case, now I'm going to say 16 candidates were not represented, but I was corrected because I did mention in my speech that I gave. I was there to give a speech. In my speech, I said that there were about 16 GOP candidates, but I was corrected and told that there were 18 candidates. Now, you might think, well, who in the audience would really nitpick and care about that? Well, it wasn't actually somebody in the audience, because this person actually corrected me in his speech right after mine. And who he was he was a candidate for president himself, Mark Everson. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are probably saying, Mark who? Yeah, Mark Everson is running for president on the GOP ticket. And he was there in person even. And, he gave his probably 20, 30-minute spiel. Being honest, it seemed longer. You're probably going to pick up right away that I'm not a Mark Everson fan. And because, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was actually running. Because, there are all kinds of people running on the GOP ticket. Even all you really care about is the top 10 or so. But that's beside the point. I should have known who he was. And then after doing a little bit of, listening to his speech and then doing a little bit of information diving on the gentleman, I got to tell you, I have a problem with him. Now, I know he worked. He's worked in a couple of different administrations. He worked in the Reagan administration. He worked in the Bush administration. But I wasn't all that impressed. And frankly, when he got to the point about, he discussed taxation.